Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction, the channel for United and football fans, the biggest and best fan channel in the United States. We are talking Manchester United 1, Brighton 3. Another day that Brighton have come, they saw, they conquered, and they left, humiliating us, obliterating us, terminating us, decapitating us, and decimating us, and humiliating us in front of 75,000 United fans. This is the story. I'm joined by UK representative, the one and only, our analyst, Bim.
Hey guys, how you all doing?
It is what it is. Representing the United States, Houston Red Army, the controversial one, who did predict we will get tormented today. And here he is, the Bemsy. Mr. Controversial, how are you, brother?
Doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Ooh. Onana, greatest keeper of all time. What an absolute prat.
Yeah.
Right. We all saw the lineup today. I mean, you saw the lineup. What were you thinking? Is a good enough lineup, or were you what Vim? Let me start you off. Where were you when you what were you thinking when you saw this lineup? Like, are we good? We're not good.
It's the same, isn't it? The only thing the changes is that Xerxes started as opposed to Rasmus. It looks like these two players in Ruben's mind are 50-50 for the game. One
You're
half.
right, actually.
It's just, take a punt. Which one's going first? And Jay-Z, in my opinion, at the moment is definitely ahead of Rasmus. I mean, it was kind of funny, right? Because Rasmus came on, and he was, one of our centre backs or someone did a long ball, and a striker is aim is to try and get onto that ball, make a run, get in behind the defender, make a run for the ball. The idiot makes a run, and the ball hits him on the back on his back. This is Premier League quality, yeah.
This is
Premier League quality. This is like watching amateur football.
It's really bad,
and the ball hits him on his back.
Mate,
he's run too far ahead.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, and every single time when someone like makes that quarterback pass, tries to go aim for the striker. Onana does it. Martinez does it. It's a 50-50. The ball is coming to you. There's you and there's a defender. Rasmus sees the ball, but he always misjudges it. It goes behind him or it goes in front of him, where the defender picks it up. He never gets to the ball. So it makes you wonder, is this, why the hell did they buy this guy? And is he ever going to improve?
They bought him as a future United striker that could learn from a key striker, but we had no one for him to learn off.
Apart from training videos. Kind of money on someone who's for the future, who's going to learn off a striker, 73 million is complete stupidity.
Yeah, well,
invest and throw away that kind of money.
Was that Ineos or was that?
No, it wasn't Ineos. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was still Glazers running that part.
Yeah,
of
it was
football.
Glaze. Well, yeah, or whoever was in charge at the time. Ten Hag and his cohorts. Yeah. So but the problem is bigger than Rasmus.
It is.
But I let Bems come in there because I've got a few things to say about this team.
Bems, you did predict this is not going to be an easy game last week on the pod. You said this was going to be a difficult game, that Southampton might even give us a hard game, which they did, whereby the last 10 minutes entered the Ahmed Diallo show. That won the game. This week, a more technically balanced team ripped us apart and carved us up like a Christmas turkey within 4 minutes. When you saw the goal, you must have thought, nothing surprises me. I'm not surprised. I got there 5 minutes late, so I was like, in shock, like, 1-0 already? But nah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we're simply not good enough, man. Let's be honest with ourselves. Yeah, we're not good enough. We couldn't. I mean, we played against a Southampton team that played us off the park. They controlled us. They controlled the game at Old Trafford for 80 minutes.
Yeah.
Then we came alive for the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yep.
We won the game.
Yep.
Then today we came across a better team, better coach team. I mean, they play better, and we got carved again. It's a common theme, man. There's nothing that we can do at this point. I mean, I think the players are not good enough, man. It's just that simple.
Is it the whole team not good enough? I mean,
Right?
everyone's
I
saying the
think
team
there
is
are
not good.
too
Is it the
many.
whole team?
I think in my opinion, it's not the whole team. I think the quality of players that we recruited over time, I think it's not been up to the standard that we used to recruit over the years.
Right.
I think at the same time, I also think that the development at this club is so poor that we don't improve players. We've not been improving players over
No,
the years.
you're right.
I also think that the way the club has been run over time till now has affected the way players like I honestly do not think that the players look at come to United. I mean, yes, some of them will come United because they want to turn things around, they want to win stuff. But I think that a lot of these players are seeing the way things are upstairs and they're like, okay, well, at least I'm getting paid. They
Yeah.
can't be asked. They can't be asked at all.
Right.
So I think the mentality is everything as a whole. The way the clubs run, the recruitment, the mentality, the development of players. The only thing that I see positive at this club at this point in time
Is what?
is Ruben Amorim.
Wow.
Ruben Amorim
That's
is
deep.
the only positive thing, and
Wow.
if you only have one positive thing, like you need to have Ruben Amorim. You
Some
need to
players.
have you need to have the players. You need to have. I mean, to be like good, you have to have the
Mm,
manager,
mm,
the
mm, mm,
players.
mm.
You have to have the mentality. You have to have the owners, right? An executive team all on the same page, and
Exactly.
and really instilling that okay, we want to be successful. Like that's
But
if
that
you're
was
not ready
what
to be
Ineos
successful,
said that they want to get United back to the
that's
pinnacle
just
of
talk,
European football.
man. That's just talk. I don't believe that, man. They could. I mean, that's just talk, man. It's for the fans to just shut up. At the end of the day, the Glazers are still there, and like I've always said, I've always been consistent with this. I said until the Glazers leave, I don't think we're gonna be a truly successful club anymore. And I'm still gonna say that now. I think
Places are
Till
not
they
going to
Ineos.
leave.
leave
Till they
anytime
leave.
Yeah,
soon.
till they leave. I think Ineos can do. See, the club has been run so bad over the years, right? We the only like we cannot afford to buy players. We can't buy players. We can't. The club cannot afford it. We have to let go of players. The thing about it is that the club needs to like we have to sell players, but the players that we're forced to sell are the young players that have value.
Right.
The older, more experienced players, right? They're on big wages. You're not going to get much money from. So you
Right.
have to sell what is. I mean, at what? How many clubs are at that point?
Let's have a conversation about this, Bems.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because I think you're pointing out everything that we know we're aware of.
Hmm.
Right.
So the best thing that's happened, like as you say, is Ruben Amorim, and the reason we
Yes,
still watch the games and we're still hopeful is that we're hoping that
Believe.
Ruben Amorim, his methods and his coaching is going to transform this team, but it's
yes,
not going to happen, is it?
yes, yes,
So you think Glazers, as long as the Glazers around, we're never going to succeed, even though
yes.
Ineos or Sir Jim Ratcliffe is trying to eke away the shares bit by bit. Because I heard he put in
I there's
another
there's no
700.
proof. There's no
You
proof
put
of
Proof of
what?
that.
what?
There's no proof of them trying to buy more. I mean, Sir
But
Jim Ratcliffe made a statement saying that there are no plans to buy more shares. The
I,
last
I
seven
think I
hundred and
think he has
something.
I would think he's got a strategy to take over full
I,
ownership at
I
some
I don't.
stage.
I don't see that. From what I heard, I think the last money that he put in the club was the remaining because it was part of the sale. It was part of what he should have
70 million or
like
something,
paid.
wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's not. That's not in addition to what he did. It was part of what he should have done when he bought the club, like when he bought the shares. He
Yeah.
he just hadn't paid the full amount for what he was supposed to buy. There's
So
no.
he's
Yeah,
putting his money in his tranches. So he's
yeah.
not putting the whole 1.25 billion in one go. He's putting it in tranches.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's doing what he was supposed to
yeah.
do. But the thing, I mean, the
Well,
the, the Glazers still own. Sorry, go ahead, Vin.
no,
Go
but
ahead, Vin.
the thing is, the Glazer issue. This it's been here forever, right? That's never
Yeah,
going to change.
yeah,
So look, Ruben Amorim, right? I want him to succeed and I want him to stay. Whatever happens, if he doesn't
100%.
get backed in
100%.
January, I want him to
Hmm.
stay. And I
Yes.
don't and I don't think he's going to get fired.
I think he won't get fired too because
Yeah.
it just won't be fair
He came
to
in
him.
halfway through the season and
Yeah.
inherited a bunch of clowns. How do you
Yeah.
now change that circus into a
The,
performing circus instead of a circus that's
the thing
outdated?
is, you need recruitment in January. It's very important. The thing is, Ruben Mambra made a statement. He said the club told him now or never, right? They told him now or never, and he was in the position at Sporting where he was literally gonna go for the title,
Yeah,
right? He left that to come to United. For him to come to United, I am very sure there must have been some type of conversation, right? That okay, we will back you, right? Ruben Amorim does not look to me to be that guy that would just happily take the job and like, don't worry, I can get the best out of these
You don't think
players.
that's a massive promotion compared to a sporting manager?
Yeah, but it is a massive promotion. But then if you watch his interviews, right, he has clearly been watching United before now. He makes statements about you can see in the past we play well against the big teams, but when it comes to the smaller teams, like we struggle. He makes statements saying, "Okay, yes, the next game after we played against Arsenal and Liverpool and Man City, he said the next game will tell me about my players." He knows. He knows that in the past that we would struggle against these kind of teams for a manager to say that and then he made other statements too. He talked about the way we played. He talked about the way we were. It was easy for teams to play through us when he started, right? He was saying a lot of the things that the fans were saying. That
right,
tells me the guy's been watching
right.
United, and so
So
for him to have been watching United means that he would know the players. He would have seen them, and he would have told the club like, "Look, I mean,
this
I
one's
could
not going
try
to
to
work
work
out.
with these players. I could try to work with these players, but if it doesn't work out, I'm going to need players."
Right.
Everyone needs players.
So as
yeah,
it stands right
of
now,
course.
we
Hmm.
went past the last team in the Premier League on Thursday.
Hmm.
Barely just got there. For that was more like an individual performance.
It was the
Now,
amateur, wasn't it?
the amateur.
Yeah,
Now
pretty
we
much.
come to a more technically organized, well-coached team, and they carved us open within 4 minutes. That already set the tone. I mean, was our midfield that too lightweight of Ugarte and Mainu to combat Brighton's midfield? So today, what was missing? Was it the defense were bad, or was it what? I need to know what was the problem today. I'm looking for what is this? What's the
Uh,
excuse today?
I have a theory.
Go on, Vim.
I have a theory. So look, Brighton is really well coached. Yeah,
100%.
I mean, their passing some of their passing today was brilliant.
Yeah,
You know, they make passes that you just don't even think were even on. But
yeah,
and the ball almost just sticks them. They just passing through every single area of the pitch, and
yeah.
the ball is always coming to them. It's coming to their feet. It's just it's flawless. And the other thing as well, they press. So
Hmm.
they press brilliantly as a
And they
team.
cut the
Like
cross balls
one of
into the box.
yeah, they cross the balls into the box. They've got players who are young and hungry, who are very agile, very mobile, quick to cover the ground, and they're hungry. They really want it. You know, their hunger is there. It's 10 out of 10. They're always going for it. They never give up. But the thing is like even when one of our three centre backs has got the ball, they know that that centre back has got to find a pass somewhere, and the Brighton immediately cut out all the options. I remember they just go and mark Maguire, so then the option was cut out to pass to him. Then they would pick up every single player in midfield and cut out all the options.
Yeah,
They just know that they've got to close down Man United in every way possible and not allow them to get out of their third. The other thing as well I've noticed is that um, we're only as good as our weakest link as a team because this team makes a lot of mistakes, and
telling me, mate.
as always today, we make a lot of mistakes. And the problem is that it's almost contagious. When you play football and you've got players in your team that are constantly making mistakes, it kind of almost makes you make mistakes. You just end up being a team that makes lots of errors. And so many times we just, every phase of the game, we're just making errors. We're giving away the ball, the pass is not connecting, make a bad tackle, we get on the wrong side of the player, and we make errors. And it's almost like it really feels like it's contagious in this team that players who come in who are great and had great form elsewhere are coming in and making mistakes like everyone else does. And then we spoke about this in the chat, Bems, that it's like almost
Yeah.
it's like bad coaching players that we've had before, like Maguire and Dalot, that Delit and Yoro have come into the team and they're picking up these bad behaviors and making mistakes too. And there's no leadership in defense. Like Van Dijk in Liverpool, he is telling everyone where to be. I'm leading the line, stay in line with me.
Yeah.
We play up together, we move together to catch people out of the offside trap, and we come back together. He's always leading lines, constantly barking and talking. And great teams have a centre back who is a leader. Ferdinand, I believe, was ours, right? When it was Vidic and Ferdinand. So in our team, there isn't one. Delit is a great defender, and so is Martinez. But Maguire coming in, senior guy, ex-captain, he should be leading that line and he should be coordinating the defense. But he himself is a poor defender and makes lots of mistakes. So it's kind of like the mistakes just spread throughout defense. With Kobe and Ugarte, both relatively new, there's no leadership there. The only place there is leadership is with Bruno Fernandes, who's more of an attacking player. But then you've got Garnacho, whose passing is terrible. You've got Rasmus, who's absolutely useless. And then you've got Ahmad, who's probably our most talented player. So it's a comedy of errors and mistakes throughout this team from front to back. And then obviously Onana, we don't need to mention, he's just full of mistakes. And this is it. You keep making mistakes. Ruben said this in the last interview. One mistake causes the teams to panic. You keep making a multitude of mistakes that cause a team to lose confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what's happened today.
So, Ben, do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah. I do agree with what Vim said. There's a lot of mistakes with players that players make in the team. There's lack of leaders. I mean, it's yeah, quality not really there. I think I'm not saying that a lot of these players are bad. They're not bad, but I just think too is that I think we're putting too much pressure. Like I mean, like Kobe Mano. Kobe Mano was the young talent that came from the youth academy,
Yep.
and he burst onto the scene. Was it last season? Played well.
Yep.
This season, he doesn't look himself. I
Yeah.
think he's playing too many games. I think in a team where you have a team where that is already set up, experienced players, right? That are able to guide
Yes, that's how it's
and
always
protect these young.
been.
That's the way it's been. That's the way it should be. But that's not the way it is now. That's why players like Kobe Mano are suffering. You even see players like I mean a new player in what's his name?
Collier.
Euro, Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro came in. He's been okay in some. I mean, he's not been great. Let's be honest.
No.
But he's just 18. He
Yes.
got skinned against Southampton. How many
Suleiman.
times did he get skinned? But Lenny Euro is fast. He's got speed.
Yeah, but
He's a
Suleiman
fast
was
center
on
back.
another level.
Yeah, but that Suleiman was on another level. Now, if it was United back in the past, right, when you had the likes of Rio, Giggsy, that like the Giggs, Scholes, and all those guys, right? That doesn't really happen much to Lenny Euro because he's gonna have protection, right? That doesn't happen. All this kind of stuff doesn't happen to Kobe Mano because he's gonna have protection. The team is gonna push Garnacho to stop making those silly mistakes. They're not gonna accept stuff like that. You're gonna have players holding the older players gonna be holding the young players accountable. They're gonna protect them they're gonna protect them, but in the dressing room they're gonna like, bro, you need to step it up. So I mean, there's so many issues with this team. I mean, I remember him said in this interview, the post-match interview, he said, "This is the worst team in United's history." Let that sink in. He said it. This is our manager saying it, that we are officially the worst team in Manchester United's history.
That's cold. That's
Say that after the game.
From your manager. Yes.
That's
yes.
cold.
In the post-match, in the post-match interview, he said because he said, "Look, man, we're I mean basically too many mistakes." You mentioned about players not staying in the position. He said that's not going to happen anymore. He said in 10 games he's lost two. He's only won 2 games. He said that he's losing more games than the previous manager. He said if
At a
this is
faster
gonna
rate.
be yeah he said it's gonna take. He said this is he's not naive. He has to win games. Yeah, we have to we have to survive this storm. And then he said that this is not. I'm just trying to remember everything I heard. Then he said that yeah that this is the worst. That this is the worst United team in Manchester United's history. And he said,
That's a mess,
take
man.
that for your headlines. He told
That's
the reporters, he
that's a
said, take
mess.
that for your headlines.
That's a
He's
mess.
obviously pissed off, isn't he?
Of course he would be.
This team
Oh
keeps
Because
letting
this,
him
man, he's
down.
pissed. He's
but when you're
pissed. He's
looking
pissed.
at the individual errors, I mean, you look at that Onana ball. I'm
Mm.
sorry, bro. That was he didn't even need to jump on the ball. You could use a leg to. I mean, what are you thinking, bro? The second goal, I'm gonna blame him categorically number for that one because that cross was so close to him. That are you serious? You couldn't come out for that? Are you for real? Just stood there. Euro could not catch the guy. The guy, what's his name? Makota? I can't remember the guy. The Brighton guy who scored the
Mitoma.
goal. Mitoma. He was right there. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
that ball, Onana could have got to it. But he stood and was looking. Man, I thought Christmas was over. I thought the giving Christmas gifts when that was December. When in January, you're still giving 3 points away for free? Are you for real, mate? What the
The thing I
hell?
want, the thing I want to ask is that our fans going to because we're gonna go because it's gonna be up and down this whole season, right? There's gonna come a time where we're gonna win like 2, maybe 3 games. It will happen, and then um fans will start thinking, "Oh, I think we're gonna get 6 points from the next 2 games." So, how many
Ah,
times are we gonna go through this year after year that fans will keep ex thinking that, "Oh yeah, we're back." We
Uh,
will never be back.
but it's the
I'm
but
gonna
it's
keep
this
saying
is the
it.
thing though, isn't it? It's about Ruben, right? We believe in Ruben. Well, I
Yeah, but
certainly
Ruben
do
needs the
anyway.
players.
Yeah, but you're hoping that he's turned he's made Sporting Lisbon a team that was basically languishing at the bottom of the league to title winners. So you're
That's
hoping
because he
that
got
that
the players.
magic. Yeah, but he's done it over a couple of seasons, of several seasons. But
Yeah,
you think a coach like the coach that was coveted by all these teams, you think there's something magical about him that he sees something that other coaches don't. So we're hoping that that magical element of the coaching comes back, and we're hoping that it's going to happen bit by bit in each game. So that's why I think the fans believe that there's going to be a turning point, and it will have to happen with this squad because we are strapped for cash. It's going to
I
have to
don't,
happen with this
so
squad.
are you saying so
I
for
don't
what
see it
you
happening
let
with
me
this
get this
squad, man.
But
what you and Bems are
Not, not,
saying?
not with this starting 11. A lot
I
of players
know
will have
it
to,
doesn't
a
look
lot of players have to
likely,
go.
but we have to believe that it's going to happen with the squad.
What
We've
let me
we've got a,
what you
I
and
a
Bems
fairly
think,
are saying?
expensive squad.
What you and Bems are saying?
I think
John,
we need at least 5. In my opinion, for Amarim, for us to see Amarim's results start to pay fruit, like bear fruit, we need to change, in my opinion, we need to change at least 5 people in the starting 11, at
five.
least 5 players. If Amarim
Mm,
replaces one player, the first thing he needs a wing back. He needs a natural left-footed wing
We
back on that
need
left
two,
side.
Bems. We need two
We
wing backs.
yes, we
Yeah.
need to, and he needs
a
to
striker.
play. He needs to play like actual wingers, if it's wing backs or whatever. But he needs to play wingers on those wings. He needs it for his system.
Yeah.
If he's
But
not playing wingers on those in the wing back positions, just forget
do,
it. It's
so
over.
I
That's
was going to
one.
mention this, right? But do you
Mhm.
know the most crucial positions in Amarin's system? Do you know what they are? You just mentioned it. The most
Yeah.
crucial positions in
Mhm.
this team, in this system that he plays, are the wing backs. They are the
Yes.
fastest players on the pitch. They are very attack minded. They play like
Mhm.
wingers and they defend like
Yes.
Defense.
Exactly.
defenders.
Yes.
Most talented players. in our squad that we need to find are the wing backs. And
Yes.
then we need someone who can score goals at the end of it. And then I think we'll be in a lot better,
Right.
in a better space. But the wing backs are the most crucial for this system.
They're very important for Amarin.
Let me
Yeah.
use this opportunity to introduce the Soul Man. He's back on our shores. Hopefully, are you back in the country?
He looks
I am
like he's
back
back on the
stateside.
shores, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, welcome the Soul Man, Mr.
Don't you see how
Positive.
highly unpixelized I am right now?
So welcome
Yeah,
back,
man.
Mr. Soul Man, Mr. Positive. Unfortunately, you're coming back on the day that United decided to have a circus show today. And
Well, we only lost to Tottenham when I was there. I was there when we tied Liverpool, when we beat
all right.
Arsenal and Southampton. Yo, I was going crazy at the pub, man. I was going crazy.
When
I mean,
Ahmad scored.
Oh my God. There was an Arsenal fan there too, right? He was talking. He's just like Andrew. He was just like Ghanaian Andrew right there, right? As soon as Ahmad scored the goal, he said, "I'll be right back." Never saw the guy again because he already knew what was about to happen. Dude disappeared. We were looking for him afterwards. It's like, where'd I do that? I told him he's not coming back. Don't even look for him. Nah.
Right. So now you're back in the United States and you came to see this circus. And Onana dropping clangers after clangers, handing Christmas gifts in January to we all said this in the chats. Brighton are so much better than Southampton. And we struggled against Southampton. So Brighton defeat is not a surprise. We just thought maybe there'll be that bit of energy and that bit of psychological, we're home, we could take these guys down. No, this team has beaten us 3 times, 3 consecutive seasons at Old Trafford. Surely there's something wrong here.
It's just the squad. I mean, these guys, they're the same. We have to understand with Liverpool, Arsenal, and Southampton, if somebody was to tell me, right, when we had like a 4-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If somebody were to tell me at the end of that 4th-game losing streak, at the end of the Newcastle game, that would you take tying to Liverpool, beating Arsenal, beating Southampton, right? But then losing to Brighton, would you accept that? Gents?
Mm-hmm.
I would accept it. It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time before this kind of game happened, because we are who we are, right? When we're doing well.
So you're literally saying you're not surprised.
I'm not surprised. When we do well, I think we're overachieving. This is who we are, right?
To be carved open in 5 minutes, that's who we are.
Listen, this has been a theme with this team throughout for seasons now. The first 10 minutes of every half.
Especially the home game. It's the home ones that hurt.
These guys, I mean, they are who they are. It takes us a while to click, to just wake up. We start every half in idle, in neutral, and we're still a team that's waiting for the opponents to do something before we react. We never impose ourselves.
Yeah.
That was a big issue that I had with the Southampton game. We are still a team, and we only seem to mess up or just look completely lost when our managers, and this has happened previous managers, when these players are being instructed to play possession-based attacking football and not counter-attacking football and being in the defensive position and hitting teams on the transition, they consistently cannot do this. So we have not yet been able to find the right players to play that system, and from time to time we're gonna have stinkers like this. Ahmad saved us the last game, and unfortunately he wasn't able to do that today.
Today they double teamed him.
Yeah. Everybody knows that's what you do. The same, this is the Premier League. The one-trick pony thing is only going to work so far. Notice how Arsenal's one-trick pony, the corner kick, that's dried out. Even City's trick was just feed the ball to Haaland. What did the league do? They double teamed Kevin De Bruyne, and they did not give him time on the ball. Look at that. Goals have dried up with Manchester City. I don't know with Haaland especially, not necessarily Manchester City. Woo! Looks like man, I didn't see the score.
They
Golly.
scored 6 goals today though against Ipswich.
Oof.
Just FYI. They
Ipswich.
destroyed Ipswich. Yeah,
As I
destroyed.
was saying, as I was saying, yeah,
I watched the
man.
game.
Okay, okay.
So,
So we've been found out. Ahmad right now is our one-trick pony. We need more players to step up and get involved in scoring goals. That's it.
so people are saying, okay, let's just go be blunt now. Should Onana be moved on?
Yep.
Vim, is he good
Yeah, I
enough?
would.
Is he good enough?
No, because he's got too many mistakes in him. And going back to what I said earlier, if we keep making mistakes, or individual players do, it spreads throughout this team. It creates a sense of it undermines the confidence in the team. So I think we have to, if we've got someone who's constantly making mistakes, and we've seen this in this Champions League, in his Champions League outing, when he was just letting clangers after clangers. He's got that within him, and his decision making is poor. So we've got to get a keeper who's young.
We bought him for ball playing.
stopper.
Now you can't even see that. He's kind
No,
of
even his ball playing. I mean, his ball playing is basically go out to the wing backs, or go straight to Rasmus, and that's effectively what he's done. So he's brought in for a specific reason for Ten Hag, and unfortunately, it's not really suitable to our system because he's full of mistakes. So I would sell him on, try and get some money back from him. I think we paid 50 million, and go for the next best young keeper that we can find. I don't know who that is. I don't know how old Diego Costa is, but Portugal keeper, he's pretty impressive. But I think we've got to shift him on. But we've got to shift on so much. You've got to get rid of Maguire as well because he's full of mistakes. And he has opportunities to score with his head, but he's just keeps missing the target.
Right.
Misses so many opportunities. He's a big, clunky guy. He's he's a striker version of Rasmus. So yeah, there's a number of players we need to shift on.
Right.
I'm not sure if that header was a miss. I think he tried to square it.
Yeah, I think he headed it across the goal.
Yeah, he tried to square it.
And there's no one there to tap in because
but why not go for the goal?
They barely anticipate. They're not anticipating. They're not anticipating.
Because he usually misses, as you just said.
I mean, he's right next to the goal. He's got about a meter and a half of open space to header it into.
He should have headed it instead of not heading it across the goal. He should have headed it to the goal.
Yeah. But our players are half asleep, right? No one anticipates something like that coming to in front of them. They're asleep.
They're not proactive. They're reactive.
No, they're asleep.
Yeah.
So you just got to go for it. Go for the goal.
So Vim has said his part. Vims, is it time to offload Onana?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. After today's mistake, I was like, yeah, I'm done. It's a wrap for me. I was like, I was willing to give him some time, but today was like, yeah, it was too much. The guy needs to do. He needs to go. Just to follow up on what we're talking about, yeah, like I think Joe said this. We just said this. Yeah, we're a reactive team. That's also it explains why in the attack, right? We're not able when it comes to like ball possession and pressing teams and being more proactive in the opponent's half, we're not able to do that. Just a simple example, Maguire was heading that ball across what
6
yard
yard
line was
box.
that? Yeah, across the 6 yard line, and there was no player that was anticipating that it is into just put a foot in. That tells you all you need to know.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we had players in the box,
move.
but none of them.
They just didn't move.
They just didn't move. Yeah, they just didn't move.
Joe,
that tells you all you need to know.
Time to move on.
I would say right now it's time to start. I would give the recruitment team a task to look for a replacement for Onana, but I do not want us to get distracted. We have more important positions to recruit for in this team before we get Onana. I would say I'm all about giving the goalkeeper some time, but as far as Onana is concerned, I don't see anything that he does extremely well enough to stay on this team.
Right.
Okay, so I would look at recruiting somebody else, but in no case, in no way should that supersede the left back position, the attacking midfielder position, and even the striker position. No,
There is
the
another
left wing
option,
back
actually.
position.
There is
Say
an
what?
option with Onana. We just let Bayundo become number one for now.
No freaking way. No, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. We've only seen
But then
Bayundo
if we're
play
going to keep
one
him,
good game. We've only seen Bayundo play one good game with us.
so
right?
if we can't afford to sell him because we need to sell other players and we don't have any money, then are you going to have Onana in goal or Bayundo in goal?
I would have Onana, and I would still keep Onana. I would, okay, if that's what we're gonna do, let's try and see what Binder can do over a few games, right? If Binder can still give us the same level of passing, because from what I'm seeing, his passing is not great. Now Binder can have his flaws too, and we have to pick and choose which flaws are bigger and which flaws will lead us in a better direction towards winning games. And like I said, yes, it's a problem, but it's not the problem. We need to let.
So everyone agrees, apart from Joe says he is prepared to give Onana. He wants other positions to be filled as a priority before we get to Onana. But in the long run, he's got to be moved on.
The whole reason why Onana is even here is because we fucked up last time and replaced the goalkeeper without replacing more important positions in the team. David De Gea did not have to leave at the time that he.
No, he did not. He was even prepared to accept a pay cut. That's the part that hurt.
I feel the same way about Onana. We might have to look at moving him on, but he is not the priority. He is not the reason why we lost today. He is the reason why we couldn't come back.
But he gifted 2 goals. He gifted 2 goals.
He gifted him 2 goals.
That's 3 points. I'm not saying we wouldn't have lost the game either way, but you can't be giving Brighton goals like that.
He's definitely a weakness in this team.
But I've seen him multiple times throughout the season where we tied or won games because he single-handedly kept us in it.
Yes.
Right? Let's not discount those games as well.
Not discount those.
You know?
But today, the third goal. What are you going to tell me about the third goal? Please.
The third goal was it was, oh my goodness. It was Sunday League, man. Sunday League. You cannot call yourself a Premier League goalkeeper and have stinkers like that.
Embarrassing, mate.
Yo, on the same day, we honored Dennis Law. Are you fucking kidding me?
No. You see, these guys have no shame, no heart. They are just a bunch of lazy,
that was another
lackluster jelly baby bunch of buffoons. The day a legend, you can't even commemorate the day a legend passed. The last member of the Trinity. Best is gone, Chance is gone, Law's gone, and all you guys went there, considered 3 goals for the three guys who passed away. You guys are pathetic. I swear, they are pathetic. They are just pathetic. And how many times did the goalkeeper make a save? Brighton keeper. I'm trying to remember if I saw any.
Not that much. We didn't test them that much.
We are at home. We are the home team, right? So why was he not tested? That's what I'm saying.
Don't know.
It's the same. This season is now the race to get to 40 points. That's where we are. The race to get to 40 points. That's how low we have stooped. The race to get to 40 points. That's where we are. That's who we are. If we finish in top 10, Europa League Cup or FA Cup, that's our season.
The only chance we're going to be in Europe next year is to win the Europa League. There's no way we're going to be in Europe next year.
I don't even think we're going to even make top 10 the way it's going.
Yeah, we're not going to
be honest, we've just got to
like it. We've
just got to survive, as Ruben says.
We're not winning the Europa League this year.
7 points away from top 10.
Yeah, we're not winning any European League.
One at a time. Go on, Joe.
We're 7 points. We're 7 points for top 10. I think we could pull it off. It's going to take a miracle, right? It's not something that I would expect to happen. It's going to take a lot from this team to make up
to get top.
Do they have it in
the Premier League?
Do they have it?
Top 10. We're 7 points away.
Top 10 in the Premier League.
Yeah, we're just 7 points away.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But let me think about it.
You do
we have Crystal
realize next
Palace,
week we are
Brentford, and
going to
Fulham in
next
front
week
of
we're
us.
going to Fulham.
I don't think we're gonna make top 10, man.
Can someone mute their line, please? We are going to Fulham next week, who are another very organized team. We barely just beat them at Old Trafford, even though they outplayed us. And that team is on fire at the moment. I don't think we could get a result there. I'm thinking we could get 1 point. I can't see anything else. I can't see 3 points at all. And that's Fulham, who are cooking teams as they come along. So
And
that's another defeat again next week, right there.
oh yeah, guaranteed. No, we probably won't win that game, more than likely. I'm just gonna look at the table. I just want to see
Yeah,
ideally
please,
where we
Ben,
should
please
be.
give us an update on the table where we are. What position are we now?
No, we're still. I mean, we're 13th, but we're gonna lose that spot very soon, though. Uh, um. So, in my
Who's
opinion,
14th?
West Ham,
And how many points are there between us?
they're on the same points as us,
Oh
26.
boy,
So,
26. We're not gonna. Just,
no, yeah, and
We're just behind Crystal Palace and Brentford.
wow.
yeah. So, I think
We
Brentford is a
forecast those
better
two
team than
teams.
us.
Hmm.
Brentford is a better team than us. Fulham is a better team than us. But in fact, all the teams that are ahead of us,
That,
they're all better than us.
yeah, that's
They're
what I was saying to
all,
you earlier. We're
yeah,
correctly positioned. Every single team
yes,
above us is better than us.
yes. Every single team above us are better
But
than
the
us.
thing is, funnily
So,
enough, Tottenham's in 15th, and I think they're better than us as well.
yes. And I think what's gonna happen, Tottenham is they're gonna sack Ange very soon. And when they get a new manager, they're gonna go on a run. And so we're
The
gonna
new
drop.
manager bounce.
Yeah, they're gonna get new manager bounce. West Ham already have they have Potter, so I expect them to continue to do better. So I think United I think our correct position in the league is around 15th, 16th,
Wow,
in my opinion.
that's going backwards, mate. That is going
I'm just
backwards.
being honest. I'm just being honest. Wolves, Ipswich, Leicester City, Southampton. Yeah, yes. I mean, we got outplayed by the worst team in the league, man. That tells you everything you need to know. Yeah. We ain't making no top 10,
After
Joe.
today's calamity, lost 3-1 at home to Brighton, who beaten us 3 consecutive seasons at Old Trafford. It does tell you something's. These guys, I think they get cold feet at home. When they're at home, when they should be more comfortable, when they have the 12 man in the stands as the fans, that's when they tend to f up more than when they go away. It's the same. The little away fans that are there is just enough to like, we're against the odds. Let's give our best. At home, where you're home, they just crumble like cookies on like a bread that's not well baked in the oven. It just flats down. That's how we are. The way I still look at the way they carved us open so early in the game. Like, are you serious, bro? It's embarrassing. For the caliber and players we have, the Delits, the Martinez's. Martinez didn't play today. That's fine. Maguire. It's not by this level, man to man against Southampton, we should be a better team. But they outplayed us. It took one a 10-minute individual performance to get a hat trick. And that they were all looking forward to him to do it again today. Come on, guys. Come on. Now.
To be honest, the week I know you mentioned Delit and Martinez Maguire, but Lenny Earl was a massive liability against Southampton.
No, yeah. Oh, he
Massive.
got Suleiman skinned him. It was embarrassing.
They
He got so
recognized that
turned upside
very
down.
early.
He was feeling dizzy after that.
Yeah, they recognized it very early and they took advantage of him. It was malpractice taking Suleiman off because with that, they couldn't continuously pressure us like they did. And then that's how, we were able to turn it around. But, it is what it is.
How did you think Euro played today?
I think he did all right. It's just the goals was just, and what was it? And even like in the beginning of the game, I thought Mazraoui wasn't really
Nah, he
taking
didn't have a
off.
great game today. He
He
did not have
lost
a
the
good game
ball
at
He
all.
was definitely
quite.
off. Yeah, he was off.
He was definitely the first 10 minutes. He was giving the ball away a lot, and I was
A
like,
lot.
Yeah.
passes were not there, and I'm like, man, Masraoui having a stinker. We are in trouble.
You see,
know,
don't you think though, this is how teams unpick us? They they've almost they and I felt like Brighton was doing this. They control the game and they look for weaknesses in their team. Who's having an off game?
And they're
Who's
pressurized.
struggling? Who's under pressure? Who's making mistakes? That's our point of attack. That's the point. That's the position we're going to exploit.
Yep.
Good teams do this, right?
Yep.
As a team, that you don't even need the coach to say this to them. The teams figure out where is the weakness.
Yeah.
Is Mazarai a weakness today? Is Lenny Yoro a weakness today? I mean, Southampton are just bottom of the table and they were unpicking him. We really have big problems in this squad that they just don't know how to play as a cohesive unit. No, not only do they have no confidence within themselves, they've got no confidence on how to unpick others.
Mm. How many balls? How many crosses? How many crosses went into the box today? I can't. I'm finding hard to count on one hand how many went in. How many crosses were put into the box? Because
I'm not really looking for crosses to get into the box because we don't have players that can receive and score from those positions. We just don't. We don't. So just crossing the ball into the box is just going to be another. If the idea is to just have the opponent head the ball away and then on the rebound we can gain possession and try to do something, okay, then yes. But Xerxes not getting at the end of a cross and then scoring. It's just not happening. So, that's just a part of our game. That's just a part of our game that does not exist. It's the part of the game that does not exist in this squad.
So
and it hasn't for a while.
Are we buying anyone in this January window? Are we doing anything? Because I heard we're buying a young Ecuadorian. That's what I heard.
I think it's already sealed. It's supposed to be a left back.
Is he going to start or is for the future?
I mean, I would get him. Anybody that comes in needs to play this season so that we can figure out if this person is something that's viable that we can, somebody that's viable for next season so that we can, figure out who we need to buy in the season, the priorities and stuff.
What's his name?
I think from Ecuador, I think, if my memory serves me right.
Ecuador left back.
Mm.
Ecuador producing some good players.
Mm.
Oh, Brighton's got some great players. I mean, that Minter, Baliba who replaced Caicedo, doing a great job.
Doing a great job today.
I searched for Ecuador left back, Man United. Guess who comes up?
Who?
Antonio Valencia.
Oh man.
He was past his prime. He was. I never rated that guy, but he's what it is. But hey,
he scored a few goals as well.
Yeah, he scored a good goal. Yeah, he was all right. In my opinion, he's not more than a 6 out of 10 in his whole career.
Listen,
6 out of 10 max.
I'll take him right now. I'll take that Valencia. That version of Valencia.
He ain't got the legs,
but
he ain't got the legs, bro.
No, like not him, like right now today, but that version of Valencia that was playing at United.
He was strong.
He would get into the squad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Strong player.
Yeah.
Is he better than Dallo?
They're better than Dallo. Yeah.
Yes.
Dallo's regressed, hasn't he? Under Ruben, he's regressed. I don't think he can cope with this wing back role.
Yeah, he's struggling in this. He's struggling in this system. For him to be, he was our player of the season last season.
He's a good right back, but he's not a good right wing back or a left wing back of any wing back.
He's a good right back.
Yes.
So as a right back, wing back, he's not, and he's been put on the left.
Then maybe we should consider selling him if we can get some good money for him.
And remember,
we still need a backup on the right side. Right. Remember, we need 2 players on the left. We need to sell
Mazaroui,
Shaw. Yeah, we have
Shaw's gone now. I think Shaw's gone.
We need to sell Shaw, and I'm not.
Well, Malacia
needs to go too.
Malacia's
really?
gone. Yeah,
he can't stay healthy.
So hold on. Vim,
Malacia's gone. He's only a left back. He's incapable of being a wing back. We saw him as a left back that when he goes forward, he cannot even cross that ball. He cannot make a pass. He just constantly just hits it out of play or does silliness with it.
Okay.
He's just a defender. And we really don't need a left back anymore.
Malacia.
What about him?
Keep or sell?
So.
Sell?
What are you
Sell.
keeping him for?
Oh, dang. Okay. Joe,
It's not good enough.
Malasia.
I would bring somebody in first before we sell them. Yes.
Whew.
Did
So,
you see that Kira's? Oh, I forgot which team he plays for now.
who?
I mentioned him last week. He scored a goal against another team this week. Oh God, he's a left back. Who did we play last?
Last week we played
Southampton or
Southampton. Southampton's the last Premier League game played.
It's either that one or the one before. There's a young left back that we're looking at. This was a potential purchase.
On PSG?
No, in the Premier
you mean
League.
from Wolves? From Wolves? We haven't played them in a while yet.
I'll find that for you. Give me a sec.
right.
But
The-
he's promising.
While
The left back the left wing back we were spoken about earlier is not from Ecuador. He's actually Paraguayan, and his name is
Paraguayan,
Diego
okay.
Leon.
Diego Leon.
Diego
How old
Leon,
is he?
yeah,
And
young
he's
kid.
17 years old. So let's
Yeah, he's
pump the
not.
brakes on that.
He's not coming to the first team anytime soon.
God.
So no, he's gonna be loaned back out. So just forget him. No.
That's a mess.
And so we need two
So
guys on the
where
left.
are we with Casemiro and Rashford?
We need to sell
Because they're not in
Casemiro
the
as soon
game
as
squad. They've not
gone.
been in the squad for the last 6 games.
So
If that.
Rashford, from my understanding, is he's trying to make a decision on where he wants to go. I think he's had a I mean I heard Dortmund came in. I heard he's waiting on Barcelona. And I think AC
Barcelona, really.
Milan. There's AC Milan hanging in there, but AC Milan
They've changed
they can only register. They can only get one English player
Yeah.
between Kyle Walker and Rashford, and they chose to go with Kyle Walker. From my understanding,
They've gone for Kyle Walker.
they've gone to Kyle Walker. So yeah, so right.
And
So
he's
I would go for
he's
Kyle
a
Walker
much
right
older
now.
player as well.
So Milan is out.
Yeah.
Milan is out. Yeah, I think it's on
34
Rashford.
years. My
He just
God.
needs to. I think it's between Barcelona, Dortmund. Yeah, I think it's Barcelona and Dortmund at this point. Those are the only two.
Right.
Rashford
Let
has to
me.
make up his mind.
And he's ruled out Saudi Arabia, hasn't he?
He's
But
ruled out
is-
Saudi Arabia, but Barcelona
question-
still has to come in, and they've not come in
Question:
yet.
Is that a better move by them? Getting Kyle Walker at 34 over getting Marcus Rashford?
Exactly.
better-
That's an insult.
Like,
Maybe it's
It's
just
not an
cost.
insult
Maybe
at all.
34 years old.
No. You got to look at the
Wow.
wages too, man. You got to look at the wages too, right? I
I said, look
would
at the
assume.
form.
I would assume that
Yeah.
it's cheaper for them to get Kyle Walker though than to get Marcus Rashford.
There's a better chance that Kyle Walker is going to go than Rashford.
How much did they pay for
So
him?
that's a bit much, don't you think? Kyle
Okay.
Walker. let me welcome
Hey,
Mr.
birthday
Fortress.
boy.
Let me welcome Mr. Fortress. Happy birthday, brother. Kenneth,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Fortress.
guys.
Old Trafford is
Yeah.
not looking like a fortress, bro.
The birthday boy.
Another
Happy
3 goals
birthday,
went
bro.
through. And Onana, your favorite goalkeeper.
He's not anymore, man. He's joined the fraud list. He's a joke.
Mate, the
Joke.
whole squad's on the fraud list for you now.
Hey,
Yo, he
Ken,
made the
can
graphic
can
and
you tell us
everything,
your
yo.
fraud
That's
list, man?
That's pretty good, huh?
Yo,
They've
you
got
gotta send
copyright on
that.
that one.
Hey, send that on the WhatsApp channel. I need
Yeah,
that
I
back.
I like it.
I need that back.
Hey, Ken.
You got Martial still on there.
Martial,
Hey, Ken,
right
we're
now?
gonna go.
Marcel was not
I'm
a
not
fraud.
telling
Come on.
I just
No.
have found it
No,
online.
wait a minute. That
No,
doesn't.
you didn't make
Oh,
this
come
Marcel
on.
was not a
Hey.
fraud.
Martial hasn't even played for us in 2 years. Why'd you stick
Yeah,
But
why
there's
is
other
he- why is he
players.
there?
There's other players. You got Maguire there. You got the chief of staff, Rashford, the chief of
Well,
staff.
The
Well, to be
Ministry of
fair,
Frauds.
to
I
be fair,
agree
at least
with 1,
McTominay
2,
will give
3,
you
4,
everything.
5, 6, 8 of them. I agree with 6 are frauds. 6 of them are frauds.
Who don't you
Martial
agree
is
is a
not.
fraud?
Martial is not a fraud.
And
Martial was
he
never.
is,
He was not a fraud. He was not a fraud in my
Actually, I
opinion.
agree
He
with
was not a fraud.
7 of them. Is that McTominay up there? Nah,
That's
McTominay's not a
McTominay.
fraud. No, 6
McTominay's
out
not a
of
fraud either. McTominay's
6
not a
out of
fraud
8.
either.
Apart from McTominay and
Yes.
Martial, the rest are all frauds. All 7, 6 of them. All of them.
McTominay always
I
gave.
I didn't
gave
even
us
watch
all
the
when
game.
he was
And the
on pitch,
biggest
so.
fraud is
Since-
Luke Shaw.
Since we don't agree with Martial and McTominay,
McTominay.
I would like to recommend Dalot in there.
No.
Right?
I'm not rubber stamping Dalot. Nah.
What?
Yeah, I will put Dalot in that fraud list
Yeah,
too.
they're all
Are
frauds.
you
man.
serious,
All-
Tim?
Yeah.
What else
Yeah.
do you have to see?
Last season, who was there for? He was there all.
Listen, guys. again,
I just think that this method is not suited to his game at all.
I
And he
don't
shouldn't
think
be here.
they should not be
No,
here.
that's fine. But
Okay.
he played on Eric Ten Hag and it was great. I mean, not great, but was very good. So he's coming to this to play as a right wing back. He's been moved to left wing back. The poor guy's completely confused of what to do. But
Okay,
he's
so this
a
I
better
found
footballer
this.
than Luke Shaw.
Yeah, I found the left back that I was trying to remember
Who's
the
this?
name of.
What,
His name is Milos Kerkez.
Yes, from Bournemouth. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolute.
his
class.
stock
Are we going
is
for him?
sky high. I think he's not affordable anymore. The price tag on him now is 100 million.
Are you?
So it's
Man, please.
that's then.
Where
done
did you get
deal
that
for us.
price tag from, Finn?
It's on Manchester Evening News. So it says Man United told 100 million Milos Kerkez transfer demand.
Well, we
So that's
won't
what
get
they
him.
How
want
old
for
is
him
he?
now. 21.
There
He's
you
Oh.
go.
now rated one of
Take
now
that
rated one of the
player
best
But look,
left
and
backs.
but look,
and shove it where the
but
sun doesn't shine.
but
Yeah.
take no,
Tell me about it.
but take a look at this though. They're in sixth position.
Yeah, and
100
they
million still.
Bournemouth
Would you
paid-
pay 100 million
So-
for left back?
No,
No,
no fucking
no.
way.
No.
Bournemouth paid
I won't
15
pay.
million pounds for him.
Yeah, but Bournemouth, yeah, they have every right to ask for that amount because they're in
Okay,
top
they
six,
could keep him. They could keep
They
him.
will keep him.
and we will
Yeah,
continue
they
to
will
be
keep
shit.
him.
Yeah.
And we will continue to be shit.
Listen, okay, this is what's going to happen to Bournemouth, though. They're going to keep him, right? Instead of selling for good money, right? What Bournemouth needs to do, right? Bournemouth might have to sell some of their players so that they can reinforce their team. Because if they fuck around and get themselves into Europe, they're going to be greatly stressed. And that's how teams get relegated.
Oh yeah.
When you don't sell some players on time, right? And recoup some of that money and use it to reinforce your team for the next season, right?
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. So when they
Oh,
get
yeah.
relegated, right, we're going to get them. Somebody's going to get them anyway, right? While there was players,
Yeah.
Just be patient.
Yeah.
Just be
talking about
patient.
100 million.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. 100
So
million.
Yeah.
So Liverpool are also
but
interested in
Joe,
him.
well said, but we're still going to be shit though.
Liverpool want him as well.
So
But
Ken,
it's too much. It's too much
Yeah.
to invest in a left
Ken.
back. It's too
oh
much.
no,
Yeah, I
no, keep
agree.
on. No.
We're still
Ready?
gonna be shit.
Do we need to move him on?
Okay, so this weekend has been so busy, yeah. So my wife arranged a nice, nice birthday thing.
Hey, happy birthday, brother.
One of those static yachts. It's called Sunburn. I don't know if you've heard about Sunburn. Close to
Right.
Canary Wharf there is like a static yacht hotel.
Okay, right.
Yes, really, really nice. So we had family, friends, and relatives, just close-knit family
Right.
yesterday. But today she thought, okay, we've met friends, family, let's have a personal, like family, me, her, and the kids. So I thought, I'm not gonna get this woman upset. She's already done so much for me.
Right.
So I put my phone on airplane mode, right? Because
Yeah.
do you want to get the alerts coming in?
Oh
Then
man.
we got home around 5 o'clock. Took off airplane mode. I'm looking at 3-1. What happened? But yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. Man.
Lesson learned. Don't take
You
your
made
phone
you
off
made the right
airplane mode.
decision. Yeah.
You definitely
Yeah,
Well,
don't
well,
take your
well,
phone off
well,
Think about
airplane
that.
mode.
Well, Ken,
But Ken,
we conceded
Ken,
the
you
goal in
make the
4
right
minutes.
decision.
How about
but
that?
Ken, didn't you predict 6 points against Brighton
No, he
and
didn't concede.
Southampton? No, Ken
I-
did. Ken did. I
After,
remember
I
those.
did. But
You were
after
the only one who
Southampton game,
predicted 6 points, a win against
No,
Southampton
it
and
wasn't
Brighton.
only him. It wasn't only him. It was I think him and
The
two
two
other
Trinidad,
people.
Robert
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
was it Carr? They didn't predict 6 points. The guys from Trinidad last week, they didn't
No,
predict 6 points.
at least one of them
I think there was
predicted
someone
6
else.
points. Yeah, one of them
I can't
predicted 6
remember who it
points. I
was.
know that one for
Yeah.
a fact. You could rewind it. You could go back and watch it. There was one of them predicted 6 points, and I know Ken was the other one.
Yeah, the summary of it, these players cannot be trusted.
I've
I've
got an important
given them
question.
the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
so many times. I just don't know.
If the defense don't mess up, the midfield don't mess up. Then the goalkeeper will mess
People
up.
mess
Then-
up. Then the
I've got
strikers
an
will
imp-
mess up.
Yeah. I've got a question I
See-
want to ask you both.
Yeah, go on, Vim. Go on, Vim.
Yeah. Have you two settled your bet, by the way?
No,
Oh,
we haven't.
No.
come on, man.
Can I make a
Come on,
request
come
then?
on.
Can I
He
make a
still owes
request?
me.
Yeah, it's probably never gonna happen because he spent it on the yacht. Always does.
There you go. Vim, nice one,
But
man.
he's gone. He has some
That is a
steak.
nice one.
That's-
Wow.
But
Hey, Ken, what's up, man?
yeah,
What's up,
but
man? This is how
Hey.
many
Don't
times now
worry.
we
I
got
said
take
end of
your
the
3
season,
goals.
right? End
We've
of the
conceded
season.
3 goals like at least 3 times since we made that bet. At
No, I
least.
said by 3 clear goals. It was only
Yeah, yeah.
Bournemouth. It was only Bournemouth that it happened, but there's no
Ken,
excuses. There's
you
no
know what?
excuses.
You know what I should have done? We should have done. We should have said like that same amount for every time we lose by 3 goals.
No. So what I was going to suggest, right, in future,
Oh
let's
man.
make it a sportsman bet. No money involved.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's no.
Keep it
Yeah, I
keep it a
mean,
sportsman bet.
it was all it was
Yeah.
all just fun and game, just banter
Yeah.
though. But
I
yeah,
like
Yeah.
doing money bets. It's I used when I used to
Just
bet. We used to do
yeah.
whereby I used to bet my Arsenal friends. If we go further than you in the season, in any trophy, in any tournament, £20 for each. If we go further than in Premier League, that's 20. If we go further than FA Cup, that's 20. Just like that,
yeah.
every season.
Or
And that
you
was the
could
season
use
when we were dominant. So it was
yeah.
like,
So you're
You're
making money
cashing
then.
it,
oh,
You're
loving
making
it,
money.
loving
cashing
it.
it.
You
So
could just
guys,
use
what can
monopoly
we do
money though.
about our club though? Seriously, what is going on? Just every time you think
Ken,
we've
I've said
turned the
this.
corner or we're turning the corner, I just don't understand why.
We will never turn a corner until this club is starting. I keep saying this. I feel like I'm singing the same song. You guys remember this statement? I said the Glazers need to go. You
You see,
guys will not believe this statement
what
now.
Ken is finding hard
They
to
need to
comprehend.
know. They need to go.
What Ken is fighting with is like they will put on a big performance. They'll go to the Emirates. They'll go to the Empty Hat. They'll go to Anfield. Then they'll come at home where you think, all right, let's now solidify the home support. 75,000 cheering you on. They're going F up. Then,
Yeah.
okay, they have another home game against a small team. All right, they could recover. That was just a one-off. They'll F up again. Like, what
Again.
the heck?
It
So,
starts from the
so
top.
Ken
Bro,
is like,
we
what is wrong with these guys?
we are turning a corner. Unfortunately, the angle at that corner is like at
Like one degree
Titanic?
each time.
yeah, it's like
It's a 1
it's
degree turn.
that's being generous. I don't think
See.
it's even 1% or 1 full
0.5
degree.
I don't know if it's a
degree
1
turn.
degree
The
turn,
corner,
but this
we're
is
still
0.5.
cornering. It's like we have no turning.
We're gonna keep. We're gonna keep.
No power steering. Just
No
Yeah,
power steering.
no powers. Yes, they
We're gonna-
Flintstones,
You have to
man.
have like
Yeah.
biceps to turn that wheel. Like, what the?
We're
Nah,
gonna
man.
keep
Oh.
going
Ball
through this.
tires.
We're gonna give you. You can't do. In my opinion, this club needs we need a fire sale. That's one. This club. What I mean, we need heavy investment. When I mean heavy investments,
But we have to
need
sell to
heavy
buy.
investment.
Have to sell
We
to
have
buy.
to
Is
sell
that what
to
it's
buy.
Yeah, I know. No, but I'm telling you, right? The fact that the club is saying that we have to sell to buy tells you a whole lot. We
We have
should
no
not
money.
be in the position that we have to sell to buy, and we call ourselves a top club.
True, you're
If we
very correct.
continue to say, if we continue to do, we have to sell to buy, we will not be successful. I guarantee you. See, the
So-
only way, like I guarantee, I do not see it. We probably may turn a little bit of a corner. You guys will think, okay, because yeah, in the summer, this is what's going to happen, right? The summer we're going to go buy a couple players, right? Just like we did last summer. We'll buy a couple players. It's going to be like we're all going to be excited. We're going to start the season. Oh yeah. So we got the players we want now. Then we're going to go through the season. Midway through, we're going to say, oh yeah, we're shit. But we just bought players though, right? It's like a cycle that happens every summer. That if this club wants to be successful, we need the club will need to accept losses. Casemiro, like all the players that are not playing it on big wages, let them
Anthony.
loose.
I mean, Anthony's not on a big wage.
Like
Anthony's not on a
sign
big
off on
wage.
those contracts.
Yeah,
like
just cancel the
cut the
contracts.
loss.
Yeah,
just cut the
your
loss on
losses.
all those. To cut the loss on those contracts, it's going to cost you a lot of money. You're
I
gonna
think
have
we
to
need to cut
just
Luke
eat
Shaw
that loss.
straight.
Yeah, you need to cut those losses. That's one, right? And then you now need to go into the transfer window and then replace those players that you cut those losses on, right? And then you need to add players to your starting 11, and that is, I mean, you're looking at, in my opinion, I think you're looking at around 10 players, in my opinion, and then you need to give Amorim the time with those new set of players. It's not happening anytime soon, but you need money, and the only time the type of ownership that will be able to do that is ownership that's willing to spend. And I'll say this: I think that debt needs to be
Bems,
paid down.
these days, even if you have the money, you can't spend it. You have to go through PSR.
Yes,
Man,
that's
Sustainability, yeah.
no, it's not forget.
the club
We will
spending
get
money,
charged
man.
for it.
I know.
No,
I know.
Yeah, look at Newcastle.
Yeah,
Newcastle
I
have
know.
billions, but they can't spend it.
Yeah, I know. But see, but the club. Okay, then why is Man City
So,
spending?
Bems,
Because
you know,
They
you were
got
saying
charged
about
for
cutting
stuff,
One at a
but
losses,
time.
they
One
yeah.
at
still,
a time. One
but
at a
they're
time.
still spending.
Man
Vim,
City
go
has
on.
sold a
Yeah, so
lot of players. Yeah, on
yeah,
big
so
money.
and
Look
they
But
at
you
and
know
they
why
Alvarez.
they're able to sell?
Hold on, guys. Hold
yeah,
on.
but they
Vim.
get fair value
You
when
know why
they
they're able to
sell
sell?
players.
Because they're a successful club.
Yeah,
We're not
so
able to sell, so we have to cut our losses and just let them go. Sorry, Vin, go ahead. My bad.
yeah, so I'm
Turn
trying
it.
to explain PSR, right? So
Yeah.
Man City, because they're a very successful squad, they get fair value on the players they sell. The
Oh,
problem with our football is it's so bad that our fair value is gone on any players that we have. Any
wow.
players that we spent 70 million on, they're
That's
worth
a good
10
point. Yeah.
or 15. And
Wow.
PSR basically limits the losses a club can make. So we can't just cut
Oh,
losses on all of our players because it means we're making
okay.
even more losses.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we're already operating at around 100 million pounds loss per year.
Wow.
And if we start offloading Anthony at 10, 15 million and Rasmus at 15, 10 million, then that's going to compound the losses to over 250 million. So it
Wow.
won't be possible. So we have to stick with them, get
Mm-mm.
fair value out of them, and then sell them for a minor loss, as in,
Wow.
maybe 10,
We
15 million
literally
pounds.
have
So
a
Casimiro
so
now.
This is
an
how
accounting
how
and
But Vim,
regulation
stressed.
issue.
don't we? But I think the only way to kind of the fastest, well, one way to help us out is reducing that wage bill.
Yeah. But the problem
Reducing
is
that
that
wage
we're
bill gives
stuck
us some more
because we've
cushion.
tied in contracts over 3,
Yeah.
4, 5 years at
Yeah.
silly wages. And so the players they've got the club over a barrel because they're not going to give up their wages just like that, are they?
No.
They've got a 5-year contract at
Yes.
£250,000 a year. They're going to just sit and collect that cash. So this is why the problem has so many different the club has so many different problems that we've not
Yes.
only bought players that are not performing, we've lost fair
Yeah.
value on them. We can't resell
Right.
them
That's a mess,
for any
mate.
money.
Aren't
The
we
only
still
way
Okay.
paying?
we
So
can get out
Vim,
of this hole is by
yeah,
selling the academy graduates,
You go
our
speak
which
for
is
me,
homegrown
mate.
yeah.
talent. That's
So
the
are
only
we
But
solution
then,
now.
Are we
okay,
still paying some of Sancho's wages?
We
Yeah,
are.
Yes, we are.
yeah, we
probably
subsidize
so.
his
Yeah,
wages.
Properly.
Yeah.
that's another problem right there. That's
But
Can I ask a
another
Vim,
problem.
question about financial fair play and all the
we're
money
gonna
and
run out
stuff
of.
like that?
Sorry.
Because
Go
we're
ahead.
still talking about they're now talking about the new stadium and everything.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
is that a
No.
special? Is that
No,
a different
that's separate.
bucket? That's
Yeah, that's
separate.
separate
Yeah,
because you
but
can
Vin,
have
where's the
money.
funding going
You
to
could
come
have
from?
money. No, so that's going to come from SGR put in another 75 or 100 million only for the infrastructure of the club, and that's not privy to PSR rules. So it's got
Okay.
nothing to do with what
Players
you're
and
spending on players
okay,
and the losses that you make from your squad. This is
okay.
an infrastructure. This is complete separate
Okay,
investment.
so
So we
basically,
can
all
build a
we
new
have,
stadium.
so we basically have to just hire a bunch of construction workers that
Youngsters.
could play left
Oh,
back.
we need to basically go to market, and we need a great talent pool of finding players, young and cheap.
Yeah.
That's
Young
all we
and
can
cheap.
do, young and cheap, and develop them into great players, and that's going to be Ruben's job. You know, Ruben. I don't know if any of you seen it, but when Ruben joined us on the first day, he looked young and fresh-faced and looked full of energy, vibrant, no
Yes.
Yeah.
lack of sleep. He had no bags, and
Yeah,
he's wearing
now
his
he's
brand
got
Oh
new
bags.
Paul
yeah,
Smith jacket, £900. And if
yeah,
you see that jacket he's wearing every game,
yeah.
he's starting to look
You look
worn down.
stressed.
He looks
Yes,
Yeah.
tired. He's not
After
sleeping.
only how
yes,
many
And
games?
he's
15 games?
yes.
yeah,
I noticed that,
whatever he
Vim.
is.
I
And you've
noticed it.
seen it. You've noticed.
Yeah.
He looks
Even
tired.
he
Yeah.
said
looks
it. He said it
stressed.
himself. He said the way you saw me when I started and the way you see me now is completely different. He said it in one of his.
Wow.
Yeah,
He
he
said
said it in
He
one
that?
of
wears his heart on his
Yeah.
sleeve.
And he's only
Damn.
been here. He's only been here what? Not even
6
2
weeks.
months. Jesus
That's
Christ.
a
6
mess,
mean-
months.
mate. That's a mess. Right, we are in
I-
question
I-
time. Question time, anyone? Let's go.
Wait,
Question time.
wait. Yeah, I got a question. So Vim, right? I like that analysis you just gave. So all that said and done, do you feel that United, okay, where do you see United in the next 2 to 3 years? Let's say let's say we go down the path that you've just explained, right? We selling the young talents, and then we just have to settle for young, vibrant players that Amarim can work with, right? Where do you see us being in the next 2 to 3 years? You see Amarim being here?
Yeah. I hope he
Okay.
does be here. I hope he does stay because I really believe in Amarin. And even if he with Ten Hag it was different because he was constantly picking fights with players. I didn't like his man management. Ruben is a different type of breed. He's a talker. He wears his heart on his sleeve. I believe in him. I
Yeah.
really do, and I hope he stays because look, we've gone through all these managers over the years, and we're in the same place. We haven't progressed as
No.
as a club.
No.
Commercially, as a club, we are strong, and we always have been strong, and that's what's keeping us afloat. Footballing wise, we've been a complete shambles for 10 years. I think Ruben is the guy that we have to stick with long term. And we've got to basically we've got to shift the players that he doesn't want, and he's doing it now, bit by bit. And the only reason we need to sell these academy players now is to get us out of a pickle right now, January window and then summer, because the club is broke. Club is running at 100 million loss, and this is the reason SJR is making all these cuts, because he's come in and he's seen the business. It's a loss-making business. As a very successful businessman, he knows that he has to trim the fat. He has to cut costs, which he's been doing extensively, and it's going to piss off a lot of people. And this charity stuff. Okay, so as a club, if we stick with Ruben and we back him 100%, he's got an eye for talent, and he knows the system, and he's sticking by it. I think we will see some success in about 2 or 3 seasons. I don't know where, but
you know what? But cutting jobs that are like, I mean, people are making what, 40 grand a year, 30 grand a year. How many of those do you want to cut to equal? I mean, you can't, like, all those cuts are not gonna equate to hundreds of millions, though.
No, they're cuts that they can't make. They're cuts that we're contractually obligated to fulfill, because we cannot. Most of the things that need to be cut, you are seeing it either on the bench or on the pitch. We cannot make those cuts unless we sell. That's the problem.
Agreed.
We have to sell them. But
we can't sell.
They are depressed assets. We cannot sell them at a profit, so we have to take the biggest loss possible. So just writing them off the books, we have to try to convince people to get these frauds.
But nobody's gonna buy them on the wages that they're at 100%. And the price they want to sell them for, because they know that we're in a desperate position. So we're like we're screwed either way.
We're screwed in so many ways. Yeah, we are.
So are you saying Casemiro and Rashford and Luke Shaw are still be sitting on the books?
They're looking at the exit door right now.
Oh yeah, I agree with
can we cancel the contract with a player who's injured, like Luke Shaw now? Can we cancel his contract now because he's not playing? There's no plans for him.
The only thing you can do, right? I think the best thing you can do. I don't know if Vim can second me on this or just clarify. You can negotiate with a player to end their contract, but the player has to be on board with that.
You have to pay them off, though.
You have to pay them off.
What they would have earned
for
the rest of those seasons while they were in employment. So you have to pay them off before.
So like how they cancel the contract?
Vim, it's either you have to, it's either they, but I mean, in some cases they might agree for a lesser amount. It depends on the player, put it that way. But I guess most players won't.
You don't like how we canceled Ronaldo's contract. Can't we do the same thing to Luke Shaw's
contract?
Ronaldo violated the contract.
Yeah, he breached his contract.
Ronaldo violated the contract.
He breached his contract.
Oh, okay. If you he was prepared to cut the loss and leave.
Yeah. He's got
Ronaldo
money,
didn't care. He doesn't care. How much money? United's money is not going to do anything for him.
I mean,
Luke Shaw, how do you
handle every player's contract? The agents are going to look after every player's contract as well, so they're going to ensure that the club doesn't swindle them or persuade them to end their contract prematurely, because the agent is obviously earning throughout this player's contract, so they're going to look after them.
Yeah, Luke Shaw ain't going nowhere. I see Luke Shaw as running out his contract. He's not. Luke Shaw's not.
He's not even playing. He's not even playing.
Yeah, but he's not. Just like what Vim said. His agent has made that contract so strong. Luke Shaw can literally just sit his ass on his couch
and fake injury.
Yes,
and fake injury, which is what he does.
And keep getting
doesn't make himself available.
180 grand a week.
200 plus, isn't he? This is why the club is in so many problems. They've got mercenaries milking them for serious amounts of cash. Every week.
It's sins of the past.
Yes.
That's why it was very important. And I don't mean, I'm not trying to bring it back up or whatever. We needed our managers to have enough time to clean it up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's a balance that these managers that we have to try to clean these contracts and these players and this lineup up, while at the same time
winning.
we're still trying for trophies, and there's still a demand for us to win and look a certain way. That's very hard to do. And just like Ruben said, listen, we have to recognize that this storm is coming, and we have to just weather the storm. We're going to look bad. It's okay if we don't win any trophies or compete for the next 2 seasons, just as long as every individual, besides Martial and McTominay, on Kent's background is systematically seen out the door. Once that happens, we can then go back. I'm even like, yes, I didn't even like the idea of selling a lot of our youth because that's our identity. But if we have to do it to get us out of this hole and then revert back to it where we play our youth and everything, I'm down for it. But we have to get out of this hole first. That's all I'm saying.
I think for us to get out of this hole, you have to look at the players, the longest contract of those players that is left.
Sancho, Rashford,
No,
4-5
Sancho's
years.
gonna be gone. No, Sancho's gonna be gone this summer. Luke
Okay.
Shaw, I think his contract is what, to 2027 or 2028.
Yeah.
So
But he
Luke
signed
Shaw
it
still got
recently.
time. Yeah, he signed it
Sancho, by the
recently.
way, Sancho is going to basically report us a loss of 50 million as well
Yep.
this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we're gonna let him go for what, 25? Is it 20 or 25?
25.
We bought him
After
for
paying
75
There's
million.
another 50 million loss because
Yeah.
of because of
It is
him.
my hope. It is my hope that whoever was doing the contract negotiations at this club over the last 5 years,
It was
it is my hope nobody.
Matt Judge and
Yeah, that's why he's gone. He's
before
gone.
what's
That's
his name?
why
Matt
he's sacked
Judge and what was the previous CEO's name before
Woodward.
Woodward. That whole
I think their actions, more than any other individuals on the pitch or in the manager box, has done things to this club that are more detrimental than anybody else. More
Absolutely. Ed Woodward has basically robbed us 10 years of 10 years.
He's damaged our company. He's damaged it. He's damaged
Ed Woodward was one of the key, bringing in players like Pogba and you just signed Mkhitaryan, Alexis Sanchez,
Schneiderlin.
All those players, Sanchez was on huge wages as well.
How did we get rid of Sanchez?
I don't think the players were bad. I just think the wages that they put him on were just bad.
Whoever brought him in
there was
and
no
made those
structure.
How did we get rid of Sanchez?
Yeah.
Didn't we just let him go, or was it a short contract? He ran his contract out.
Who?
Sanchez.
He ran out of contract. I don't know.
No. Sanchez. I think Sanchez. I don't think he ran out of his contract. I think we ended up. Man, I can't remember, man. I thought
him and Lukaku.
Lukaku is another one.
Lukaku was
80
sold.
million.
Lukaku was sold. Lukaku was sold.
How much did we sell him for?
We sold Lukaku for like 70-something million.
Lukaku
wasn't bad. Yeah. We bought Lukaku we bought him for less than 80 million. We didn't buy him for 80 million. I don't think. We bought him for less than that.
Wow.
Lukaku wasn't much. I don't think Lukaku was a loss. I think Lukaku was like it was just flush even or something. Lukaku
Sanchez was the highest
sold for
paid,
74.
400 Sanchez was a week.
Yeah, there you go.
And he gave us 5 goals in 49 games.
Apparently, we're still paying for that mistake.
Which one?
Sanchez, the Sanchez debacle. Apparently, we're still paying for that mistake.
5 goals in 49 games. Now you're paying 400 a week.
We're still paying for it.
Such a loss on him.
That's a mess.
We're still paying for it.
And this is because Arsenal he needed a big money contract at Arsenal, and Wenger said, nope, you're not getting that much because I see that you're regressing.
And we are so stupid to offer that.
Wenger saw that he was regressing, and we just went open arms. And he came and remember when he was playing the piano.
Who was in charge? So when
Mourinho.
When Woodward was the CEO,
playing the piano, he was done.
Who was in charge of bringing all these players? When Wood was CEO, who was in charge of bringing these players to the club?
Okay.
And proposing these deals? Because obviously Wood would have said, yeah, okay, fine, sign it off, because he's the money man. Who was bringing them all in, making these suggestions and making these deals?
It was 2 guys who were the scouters, 2 scouting teams. I can't remember their names. I think
the scouters was show us the talent.
Yes,
there's people within the club saying
Matt Judge is the key.
But I thought Matt Judge was he was just a negotiator and contract.
No.
the person that brought the players in, someone's
The
going to bring
scouts
the
bring the
players,
players. The
Yeah.
and
scouts look
then
for the
Matt Judge
players.
does the negotiation.
Yeah, does negotiation and
Yeah.
put them
And
on
then
5 and 6 year
Woodward will
contracts.
just sign it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So
Tim
who's
said,
that person?
Matt Judge's negotiation tactics was very poor. He was
Very poor,
negotiating
mate.
Oh
heaven
yeah,
and
we were
earth,
laughed
Very
at.
poor.
6-year contract. Look at Harry Maguire. He signed a 7-year contract. That was
Oh
under Matt
my
Judge.
God. That's
That was
messed
under
up.
Matt Judge.
Yep, it was under Matt Judge. Luke Shaw was under Matt Judge. I think what
A lot.
Bruno's first contract was under, but
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, Bruno's
he was
first
under
contract
Matt
under Ole.
Judge.
Yeah, he was.
I was under Matt Judge, but now Bruno, we went and gave him 300 million. I don't know why, but we went and gave him 300 million. We're still not learning our
300,000.
lesson.
300,000.
Sorry, my bad. It's 300K. We went and gave him 200K. Why we're giving him 300K now? I don't know why.
So as for the Sanchez mistake, right? So we had to basically give him to Inter for free. And then we had
Wow.
to pay Sanchez some money
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, for
to
a
tell
full
him,
season.
please go and let's forfeit the last 2 years of your wages. So they gave him
Wow.
cash to say, please go to Inter for free. So we're going to lose
Mhm.
whatever transfer fee we paid for you. And also
Wow.
take this money and don't claim the last 2 years of your wages. Do us a favor.
Wow.
And he agreed.
That's a mess.
This is under
There you go.
Woodward.
Yep.
Wow.
There you
So
go, bro.
the
Talk
sins of the
about
past.
running a club
But-
into the ground, mate.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't
Yeah,
been there. We've not gone to administration. I'm seriously. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
It's our
I mean,
commercial revenue
Yeah.
that sustains the package deals, the ticket, the people still wanting to flock the subscription to MUTV that's sustaining the seriously.
But this is why the ticket prices have gone up. This is why they've been cutting, I think, nearly 250 jobs at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
This is why he wants all staff back in the office and not working from home. He's had to cut
Want to
every
recoup
single
the money.
place.
I
in the
don't blame you,
company
mate. I don't blame
to
you.
make this company survive.
Yeah.
You know, you've heard it all, all throughout history. There's big American companies, big companies all around the world that have been mismanaged and have gone bankrupt. Right? We've seen it. There's companies like Marconi, biggest telecommunications company in the world,
Blockbuster, GameStop.
bankrupt, gone. Yeah. So this is exactly the path that Manchester United was heading on because of the people that are running this organization. They would have eventually made us
They
go
should be held
bankrupt with the deals
accountable.
they make.
That's
Look,
messed
I'll
up.
tell you one thing, right? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the fans of that of that club in the NFL, they have a lot of bad things to say about the Glazers, and we have the same owners right now. I'm telling you,
Two sides of
these
the
are the
same
same
coin.
owners.
I'll
Yeah,
say
Two
that.
sides of the same coin.
these
Any
are the
more
same-
questions? Any more questions?
These are the same owners that got Woodward.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that Ineos are going to try and turn that or have some influence on not allowing them to destroy this company further. Because Glazers don't really care about Man U. They just care about the money they make.
Profit.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the whole
Exactly.
point.
Next
Yeah, next
game
question.
is home. Who's got a
So
question?
I've got one more
Yeah.
question. One more
Go
question.
on, go on.
Where would the two? So you guys saw this week big news that the task force that were charged with looking
The
into the new stadium came up with this idea and basically with this plan. But it looks like they're leaning towards a brand new stadium. So there's
Yeah.
two
A brand new
outcomes:
one.
refurbishment
100,000
of Old
seater.
Trafford, which would be a maximum of 87,000 people or fans maximum, or potentially a new stadium for 100,000. And the cost of building a new stadium will probably be around 2 billion. Now, question: where would that £2 billion come from?
Oh,
So I
It's outside
just
investment.
thinking about that. They just need to refurbish. Just refurbish, improve the facilities, renovate it. 87,000 seater stadium. Thank you very much. They need to keep moving. We don't have 2 billion to build a brand new. We're not
no,
there.
it's
We
going to
don't-
be outside investment. It's going to be outside investment.
Yeah, it's
we
gotta be.
don't have that money.
and
we
those
might-
as an investment might say, I want the name change.
Yeah, that's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
We might have
Yeah.
to risk getting a sponsor for the name of the stadium, and that's
Gonna be
a
like
rough one. I don't think
Coca-Cola
I don't think
United.
And then-
I'll come in
and to be honest,
this
and to
one.
be honest,
Etihad.
and to be honest, a new stadium, I get it. It's leaky. I know as a foreigner, as somebody that's here, that's not going to be able to go to the game and enjoy it like folks over there in the UK. I don't think that's a priority. Right now, I think we need to solve the problems in those contracts and on the pitch before we even think about a new stadium. This team does not deserve a new stadium right now at
They
all.
don't. No, they don't. Who's
Maybe
got
we should
another?
No,
Go on,
sorry,
bro.
can I come in with that one? So
Yeah.
in terms of funding a new stadium, there's various ways to do this. So Man United would have to raise their own cash, which they don't really have much of. So that basically would mean investment from the owners, so Glazers and Ineos. They would go out and take loans. They would get tax breaks from the government. They would also sell the naming rights of the stadium. So it'll be like a Sports Direct stadium, or it'll be like a
Sports Direct.
Apple Stadium or something like that. Amazon Stadium, yeah, or something
It's
like
gonna
that.
have to be OnlyFans for us to get that kind of money.
Yeah, OnlyFans Stadium. Yeah.
Oh hell
And
no!
then ticket
That's
prices
a
as well. So
OnlyFans
prices. OnlyFans Stadium. Ticket.
Oh,
That's what it's gonna take, man.
Only MU
That's
fans.
what it's gonna have to take.
Oh,
that's a mess.
OnlyFans
That's a
Stadium.
mess.
Ticket
Yeah, then go
prices.
ahead.
Because all we
All the
do is get
ticket-
pumped in there, bro.
Yeah.
on,
Ticket
man.
revenue as well, which is hence
Yeah.
the increasing prices. That all funds the stadium. And also there's something called the public infrastructure investment. It's where they go to the government, and SJ has talked about it. They go to the government to get funding to build
But
a
the
national
government have
stadium
already
of
said
the
no.
north. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then there are other grants that they can go to stadiums,
Yeah.
because what it does, it improves it creates
Infrastructure,
more
yeah.
jobs, improves the neighborhood, they have to update the transport links. Lots of
Yeah.
things will improve around the town. So
What's gonna
they'll get
happen is
grants.
what's going to happen is it's going to gentrify the neighborhoods around
Yeah.
Old Trafford, and the
Correct.
people
Yeah.
that lived and have built this club, the fan base that have built this club for over a century, they're going to get pushed out.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
want you guys to know
That's true.
that's what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
That is
Yeah.
Yep.
true. That is true. That's
Yep.
always what
yeah.
happened. Vim, if you know, and Tim, if you look at what's happening at Peckham and Brixton
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, gentrification. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same
It's
thing.
sad,
It's
but-
the same thing in Houston, Texas. It's
It
the same thing
happened in
whereby
Clapham as well, didn't it?
Oh,
Clapham.
yeah. It's
Look
whereby
at Clapham
these
now.
old classic neighborhoods,
Oh yeah, it happened
because
in
they're
Clapham. Yeah,
near,
that's true.
they're close to motorways.
and
They tend to like shift all the people who used to live there.
Yep.
They're building these new developments where they can't afford and
Prices.
just offer
Yeah.
them small money.
the
Like, okay,
prices are ridiculous now in all those areas.
Yeah.
More than triple the price of
it's
of
a
what you
mess,
would
mate.
have paid.
It's a mess. It's
Chances
sad.
are,
Yeah,
a lot of
it's-
that. Chances are,
It-
okay. So they can do it in a way where, as long as every single brick, every single axe is built in England, if the workers are from England, so that or from the area that benefits those folks, even the development investors have to be from England, and we don't want any. You guys have to make sure that all these guys, all these companies are coming in and not getting tax breaks for building all that stuff. The community has, and the community has to benefit from this, right? Even if it's to build, renovate some of the schools in the area. I mean, this is what needs to happen. Otherwise, if they don't keep their eye on this, they're going to get screwed. This happens time and time
Well, they
again.
want to
over
use.
here in the
There's
States.
rumors that they want to use the same builders that built the Sophia Stadium, right, in the US. You know,
the
Sophia
SoFi Stadium.
Yeah,
Oh, the
SoFi
SoFi
Stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah,
Well, that's
and
actually
that's an
where
Australian
I'm.
company. It's an Australian company, so we don't know what they're going to do in that regard. But
Yeah.
it's a good.
That's where the Rams play.
So
Yeah,
Game
good
watch right
gesture.
now.
when you
Local
have
building.
these big construction projects, they put these quotes out to tender.
Yeah,
And so
they
so
have
if
a
I could
bid.
come forward, but as part of getting
Oh, to
approval
Tinder
to
or tender?
tender. Well, you
Tender.
can put it
Not
to Tinder as
Tinder,
well, but
not
it won't
Tinder,
go.
the app.
Tender.
Oh God, Ben. No,
So
You go to
they
Tender.
put a bid in, so you have to bid for the
I
job.
know,
Yeah,
I know.
Tinder.
I know.
Tinder.
He's pulling
I
our
can see
legs.
I can see what you're doing in your phone, Babs.
Tinder,
Oh,
OnlyFans.
man.
Where are you guys
No,
going
no
with this?
way.
No. So what I was going to say, when they put
OnlyFans
this out to
Stadium.
tender, any company around the world can bid for it.
Wow.
And the thing is, in terms of improving the area, they will be forced to do it, because to get planning application from the government or from the council, they have this thing called a community infrastructure levy, where they have to improve the area, like improving transportation, improving
Right.
schools, improving playgrounds, public spaces, other football pitches, stuff like that. They have to do that as part of their build costs. Otherwise, they won't get the permission to do it. So the area will 100% improve.
Just like how they did White Hart Lane. White Hart Lane is
Yeah.
I don't believe in a brand new stadium, new site. I just redevelop what you got, bro. Improve it, increase the
I think at this-
capacity. I think
I
that'd
think
be
at this
better.
point, I think at this point, right? At this point, if you want the path of least what's the path of least resistance or the path of least the least like stress and trouble financially, it will be the
Yeah.
best thing is just to get a new stadium.
Why?
Yeah.
Tell me
Let
why
me
you need
explain.
a new
So,
stadium.
Vim,
Why?
the reason
Yeah.
behind, sorry, Tim, the reason behind that is the cost of developing the stadium versus the cost of building a new one. It's not that much. If you look at the difference, it's not that much in the long term.
Really?
Because if you redevelop the stadium, you will have the core. Remember, this stadium was built in what 1900 something. I don't know when it was.
It was
early
it was
90s.
demolished in
So
the Second World War.
exactly. So the core infrastructure. Think about the foundation. It's over how many hundreds of years of. You're still gonna need to do that eventually. Anyway, you still at some point.
You have
Those
to.
metal works will start creaking and things,
Yes.
So it's like sticky plaster. It's like you have a poor foundation for a house, but then you just paint it and just put some nice sticky plasters and paint over it, and then put some nice fancy lights. Yeah, give it 10 years, it'll start leaking again.
Yep.
Because the core infrastructure is
Not
bad.
only that, you have to dig up the foundation as well, because to deal with all of the sewage and to make it a
they have
multi-purpose
to go
stadium.
underground again.
Yeah, so to make it a multi-purpose stadium where you can change the turf and you can change the platforms and you can make it into a concert venue, you have to go quite deep underground. So that means a complete excavation of the site. So therefore, then Old Trafford, the stadium would not remain if we were to have a multi-use stadium. And multi-use stadium is going to generate lots of revenue for us when we don't have matches.
Is Old Trafford currently not being used for concerts and stuff like that?
No,
nobody wants it.
Yeah, you can't.
Nobody wants that stadium
the
for
toilet
anything.
is everything is in chaos.
The internet's so bad.
That thing is a mess. I was there. I was there a couple
Rats
years
running
ago.
That
shit doesn't look that good, man.
Did you guys see the rats
Look that good.
Were there rats there?
Yeah, man.
Southampton.
I went on a tour, man. There was a
What the
rat
Man
just
City
walking
Stadium?
beside me.
What are Liverpool fans doing there?
I was walking down the, you know the tunnel. You know the tunnel when we walk out.
Hey, it's that good of a tour, I guess.
No, I'll tell you this. Well, I was walking out because it's part of the tour, right? You walk down the tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Where the players walk out, man.
Yeah.
Rats are just walking beside me, man.
No way. In daylight?
I'm telling you, man. I'm just joking.
They're
I'm joking.
They're
weren't that
going
bad.
on
I'm
tour
joking.
themselves.
Were they season ticket holders?
The rats going on tour
The rats
themselves.
are giving you guys a tour guide. And the escorts, like,
So
okay,
bad.
hello, people.
I'm joking. The rats went there.
That's a mess. But either ways, I want renovation. I left to me. But if you're saying the money to renovate is not so much different from the amount of money to rebuild, then I get it.
Because if you rent out the stadium for, let's say, NFL events or concert events,
that's true.
You're raking in millions extra, and that's only going to help the club.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It is what it is.
So while they're rebuilding, we're going to be playing at Wembley. That's the only best alternative. As a
no. We're gonna keep Old Trafford. We're gonna be playing Old Trafford today.
It's not going to be in the same location.
New site.
Okay.
New site.
Okay. Makes sense. Right. Any more questions?
I'm liking these questions though. This is really really nice. So,
Joe,
do you guys
got anything from Ghana? Any questions? What do United fans like out there?
There wasn't that many people there. It was a Thursday. It was a Thursday night.
Yeah, I guess.
There was a few people there, a few Arsenal fans there, but a lot of their leadership wasn't there. So, it is what it is. But hey, I was singing as if I was at Arbor, right? So it is what it is. I didn't care. So
that's good. That's good. Anyone else?
Did you guys see what Amarim said after the game? He said we are the worst team. Maybe
that's what Bem said.
My goodness, that's
what did he say?
Cold. That is a bold.
He said we're the worst team in the history of Manchester United Football Club.
How does a manager tell you that? That means things are really bad.
Bad.
Yeah. Is he saying that mentally, or is he saying it that we are mentally weak?
I think he's saying the message to the players and he's saying the message to the owners too.
He's also saying I'm giving you headlines. You want headlines? Here's a headline. It's like he's playing up to the media as well. A little.
Wow. It seems like I see a bit of Jose there. I see that would be something Mourinho would do.
And I'm gonna say this right now. If just like how we have these frauds, right? And just like how we were faulting other managers for Mike. Okay, let me stop.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen. Hey.
Just like how we were saying that previous managers had bad man management, right?
Daddy's boy.
There's a certain other manager that we would have said that this is bad man management by coming out and saying stuff like this. Listen, guys, but anybody that wants to come for Amon in any of the WhatsApp groups, I'm telling you,
no.
I do not care. I don't care
totally
if he fist fights anybody in that squad. I don't care.
Agree with you. Totally agree.
I don't care. This guy's only been here for just a few months, and you got him out here aging.
I feel for it. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Come on,
when
man.
he first came, he looked nice, fresh cut, Prada shirt, Prada shoes. Now he's just wearing a puffer jacket from
Primark trainers.
That's a Paul Smith £900 jacket, brand new. For this job. That jacket is going to age like he is.
Right.
You watch it.
Now he's wearing a puffer jacket from Marks and Spencer's. Is he? Man. That's messed up. That's messed up, mate. But it is what it. Right. Any more? If we have no last question,
let's talk about Europa League.
Yeah.
We got Rangers.
You
we
can't
have
end
Rangers,
us like this, man.
We have Rangers on Thursday, which day of build the Battle of Britain, Scotland versus England. Vim, where do you see this game? It's Old Trafford. Doesn't even matter anymore.
Looking at our performance at the moment, it looks like a loss, doesn't it?
Rangers,
looks like a loss.
Really?
Unless
we really are that bad, aren't we?
Unless we just
they haven't lost a game in 4 games.
Really? Rangers are they? They're second
Rangers?
behind Celtic, aren't they? The Rangers are behind Celtic, I think.
Yeah, they're way behind. They're like 11 points behind Celtic.
That title's done over there.
Yeah. So unless we're gonna, this squad is gonna get geared up to go all out for Europa League. That's the other strategy, because Premier League is over for us.
Well, no, we're doing a race to get 40 points. That's the target for Premier League. 40
survive
points.
In the Premier League.
That's a mess.
And win a
that's
trophy,
embarrassing.
or try and qualify for Europe some other
way.
It's a mess, mate. It's embarrassing.
We need a form of Europe next season. We need Europe next season. Either which way, we need Europe next season.
All right.
If we don't get Europe,
they need to go win that FA Cup.
Up. Yeah.
They need to win that FA Cup. Joe, Rangers, Thursday.
I think we'll make a meal out of it, but I think we should come off with a win at that game.
Ken?
We'll make a meal out of it.
Yeah, I agree with Joe there. No biting time, but we might just nick a win. Yeah.
All right. Bems, let me see. He's gonna say draw.
What's that?
Rangers.
What's that?
Rangers on Thursday.
No. When I win that game, loss.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised though.
He's gonna say draw. He said loss.
Yeah, but Tim, we're making. But I'm not surprised. This is
no,
this.
I won't be.
If we lose that game, none of us will go, "Oh, how did we lose that game?" We'll just go,
I won't be surprised.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's who we are.
So Vim said win. Ken said win. I'm going with
I'm
win.
thinking loss.
Oh, you said loss?
Yeah.
Dang. So we've got 2 losses.
Unless our strategy is to go all in on Europa League and
right. So we've got 2 losses and 3 wins. Now, Fulham away on Sunday.
That's a loss.
Joe?
I'll say a draw.
Draw. Bams?
I predict a draw in that game.
Fulham away?
I predict a draw, yeah.
Ken?
I think it will be a draw because we tend to perform away from home. We park the bus and then frustrate teams and then they can
Fulham plays some really good football, They play some really good football. It's like, really, bro?
Touchdown.
Who's the current manager of Fulham now?
This guy, former
Marcus
Everton
Silva.
manager. Yeah, Marcus Silva, yeah.
Wow. Well, okay. They do well. So we have 3 wins and a draw for the Fulham game. I don't know, man. I don't know. This team would disappoint you, and
we just have to keep riding through this. We know that it's going to be another shit season. We just have to ride through it and support Ruben. That's it.
I'll support him, but it's the players. They have no shame. They just have. We have
to hope he can improve them. That's all we can do. Small improvements, week by week.
Like you said,
when
turning at a very small angle.
Yeah, but when the manager's coming out and saying that this is the worst team in the history of the club,
That's not
does that
good,
mean
bro.
that he can't change them? Does that mean that he
No.
can't improve them?
I think he's just saying basically we're rock bottom and this is the worst team. You know,
Wow.
statistically we are
We
doing
are.
really badly. So
That's a mess, mate.
we can only go up now. You know, one direction. We're at rock bottom, I think he's saying.
Raised to 40 points. That's
Yeah.
an embarrassment.
Survive.
Mate. Survive.
Yep.
Ouch. Mm-mm. Well, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure on another day that United have lost yet another home game. That makes it how many games have we lost in the EPL? This is how many? Is it 8 now or
I
9?
don't even count anymore.
We've still
Can't
got a
even
negative
count
goal
it.
difference. So once we have a positive goal difference, then that's something to look forward to.
So some Ten Hag fans will say he left us on in 13th position, and we're still
13th. And we might be 13th end of the season.
he left us on 13. We're still 13.
We're still 13th after so many.
Yeah.
No, mate. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say or what to do. But we as United fans, we can't support another team, but go through this period with the club. But is the players, are they doing enough? Are they really putting their heart and soul as a never say die? I'm gonna down this pitch to get a result. I don't see it. I just see mistakes scattered all over them. I just sometimes they give up too quick. That's what I see.
We have a squad filled of 10 men. For anybody that knows the story of the Wizard of Oz, a bunch of 10 men, no heart, man, no heart. Absolutely, that's all we have.
And the Lion had no courage. And who was the other one? Scarecrow had no brain.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're like, but the whole team's like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, we're like the sidemen from Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
We need to figure out next one. We need to figure out who the Scarecrow is, who the Tin Man is. Who's the main Scarecrow?
All right, come up with ideas. Come up with ideas.
Lion. Yeah.
Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure again. Want a big shout out to the UK crew. Vim, thank you very much. Ken, thank you very much on the day whereby happy birthday. Glad you enjoyed your yacht treatment. VIP, living a nice opulent lifestyle. Love it, brother. Love it. The USA crew. Joe, welcome back. I'm sorry you came back on a day that these guys messed up again. I'm sorry, bro. What a welcome. The controversial
had to end sometime.
The controversial one. He said, "I won't be coming to the pub. I'm staying in my house. I'm not gonna waste my petrol and gas money." And you were right, bro. I went there. It was just what I expected.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ken, you need to thank Bems for partially funding your little yacht outing with £100. So,
that's true. Thanks, man.
He partly paid for your birthday.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please share it and smash a like on it. And while you're smashing likes on it, smash a like on other videos in this vicinity, okay? Thank you very much, gentlemen. Don't forget to have a great week. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Glory.
Man United.
Thanks, guys.